And well, this time I want to say a few things about the writing feedback. How do I provide feedback? I know that maybe you are expecting a more detailed feedback of your pieces of writing, and in a few weeks we are going to have some activities of writing in which I will provide more detailed feedback. But I cannot do that all the time because I don't have enough time to do that, okay? And there's another reason. Why do we use the forums for error analysis? Because sometimes you can correct each other's mistakes, and it's very important, or it's much more useful, instead of having the teacher correct the incorrect forms, that you can be given the opportunity to correct yourself or a classmate, because that process of trying to figure out what's wrong and trying to make it right, that helps a lot in the learning process. Okay, so in general, just make a comment if it was okay, or something like that, and then the incorrect forms are discussed in the forum. Something important, I need you to respect instructions, okay? Activities should be sent as activities, not as messages, right? It's not the same. Then, if I ask you to write between 50 and 70 words, you shouldn't write 300 words, okay? You have to be aware of the fact that if in an exam you do not respect that, your points will be lowered, okay? And then something very important about punctuation, because I have noticed that even those of you who manage to write like very clear sentences and very clear paragraphs make mistakes here, okay? What about punctuation? When we have like a subject and a verb, and then we have another subject and another verb, as is the case here, I went to the beach, I ate seafood. There are three correct ways in which we can combine these two parts, and there is one incorrect one. What are the three correct ways? We could have a stop here, I went to the beach, I ate seafood, like two separate sentences. We could have a semicolon, okay? I went to the beach, I ate seafood. It's a pause, but not as big as one as with a stop. And we could also use a linker. I went to the beach and, or, but, etc. Okay, we use linkers to connect them. What is the only way that is incorrect? What is not acceptable is to have a comma. This is incorrect, and it's what many of you are doing. You're writing like very long sentences where you have like different subjects and verbs connected with a comma one after the other. Those are called run-on sentences, and they are incorrect in English, okay? So let's start paying attention to punctuation. One more thing, and then we'll be done. I have already mentioned this, but well, maybe you don't remember. In the forums, it's very important when you're going to comment on some of the sentences that we are analyzing or on some of the doubts, that you provide your comments clicking on responder a intervención. Because if you write at the very top responder al tema, then the order of the interventions is messy and we don't know what you are commenting on. Okay, and then the people who enter the form start reading and they don't understand the order. Okay, so always remember to click on responder a intervención. Well, I hope that has been helpful and clarifying, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.